Hey guys, today PhoneArena is comparing the most powerful representatives of iOS and Android, the iPhone 4 and the first dual-core phone, the LG Optimus 2X. Design-wise, the iPhone 4 feels like a boutique device with its steel and glass exterior that is still not replicated in any other phone. It is also extremely thin, but because of this stainless steel antenna band around the phone, it feels a bit sharp in the edges, and also it feels like chopped with the axe when held in the hand. The LG Optimus 2X, on the other hand, is way larger. It can basically put the iPhone 4 in its trunk and drive away. But its looks are more run-of-the-mill thanks to the all-plastic construction. It still looks quite high-tech though, with the soft touch plastic on the back, which is nice to the touch, the HDMI port here at the top, as well as the stainless steel strip below the 8-megapixel camera with LED flash, which does Full HD 1080p video recording, something that the 8-month-old single-core iPhone 4 is not capable of doing. The displays are both of the IPS LCD type and both made by LG. The one on the LG Optimus 2X has lower pixel density, of course. It's 4-inch big with 480 by 800 pixels of resolution versus 3.5-inch and 640 by 960 on the iPhone 4. It also is a tad less bright outside and with narrower viewing angles than the one on the iPhone. We'd rather take the bigger screen though, for the sake of some pixel density when reading or browsing. Speaking of browsing, let's compare the interfaces and browsers on these two incredible handsets. The iOS user interface is very simple, just rows of app icons one after another on a page after page, but its looks, colors and fonts are very consistent throughout, making for a more uniform experience. Whereas the widgetized home screens on the free-running Optimus 2X look a bit more ragtag, but precisely thanks to these widgets, it's more functional than what iOS offers, since the iOS interface has been like that for quite a few years now, with only recently the addition of wallpapers and folders. Now the part that you're very much waiting for is comparing the browsers on the two handsets. Let's see who loads our page first. Bear in mind that here on the LG Optimus 2X we've left the plugins on, like JavaScript and Adobe Flash. Okay, the LG Optimus 2X finished first, although it has to render Flash and JavaScript. The iPhone 4 browser is still loading, although both pages are pretty much visible. And now we'll set the plugins in the browser on the LG Optimus 2X on demand instead of always on, and see who loads the page first. By the way, see how the keyboard on the LG Optimus 2X resembles the one on the iPhone 4, to the extent that even this pop-up letter here is in the same shape as on the iPhone 4. What's with that? Okay, let's go into the settings and set plugins on demand, and then try and load the page and see who does it first. Okay, it appeared first on the Optimus 2X, then on the iPhone 4. And the Optimus 2X finished loading the page completely, whereas the iPhone 4 is still loading. And it's finished now, which comes to show that when it doesn't have to render Adobe Flash or other scripts, the Optimus 2X is even faster. So we demonstrated that the LG Optimus 2X loads pages much faster than the iPhone 4, even ones with Adobe Flash and JavaScript on them. And that's precisely because of the dual-core chipset. The WebKit code in the Android 4 browser allows help from both cores. While one is executing the script, both are fetching the rest of the page from the server, thus the page loads much faster than on the iPhone 4, which has only one core and cannot do that, of course. The iOS concept of simplicity is very visible in the camera interface on the iPhone 4. Basically the term point and shoot is taken to a whole nother level here, just a capture button and a few settings here on the left. Whereas on the LG Optimus 2X we have numerous settings. We can apply color effects before we take the picture or the video, different scene modes. Basically it's for more advanced photography, and not to mention the incredible ability for a phone to capture Full HD 1920 by 1080p video. As far as camera samples go, they both capture enough detail, and the colors from the 5 megapixel camera on the iPhone 4 are warmer, while the ones from the LG phone are colder than those in reality. For the indoor shots, we would give preference to the Optimus 2X, since it takes sharper photos and has more powerful flash, whereas the ones from the iPhone 4 have this annoying yellowish tint to them. The compression used for the 1080p Full HD videos from the Optimus 2X is very high to keep the file size in check, but it still shows a lot more detail than the HD 720p video from the iPhone 4 camera. It's just less fluid for that matter, since it is shot with 24 frames per second compared to the iPhone 4's 30 frames per second. Again, the colors on the iPhone 4 are warmer and there is more contrast than in reality, whereas the ones on the Optimus 2X videos and stills are colder. Both the iPhone 4 and the LG Optimus 2X are very good as phone functions go, with enough earpiece volume and clear voices, as well as good microphones for the receiving end. LG quotes almost 8 hours of talk time in 3G mode for the Optimus 2X, while the iPhone 4 is quoted for 7 hours. What we observed is battery life on par with the other high-end Android devices for the Optimus 2X, which disperses with the rumors that dual-core drains battery faster. If you don't overload it, it will get you until the next morning easily. Playing a Full HD movie on your big screen TV via the HDMI port though took its toll on the battery. It lasted only 3 hours and 17 minutes in that mode. And in the end we must say that the first dual-core Android phone won't sway people who want the iPhone 4 popularity in design, but it will sway the undecided voters who want the most cutting-edge hardware and don't mind tinkering with their phone every now and then. Not to mention the bragging rights that come from owning the first dual-core phone. This fame though might last only a few months until the other dual-core Android phones hit the market in the spring, not to mention the next generation iPhone, which is coming in the summer, and all the indications point that it will have a second CPU core of its own. This was a video comparison of the LG Optimus 2X and the iPhone 4 from PhoneArena. For more details you can visit us at PhoneArena.com. Thanks for watching.